Hello everyone. It's now 9:22 a.m. in the morning. Excuse me. Excuse me. A little mucus in my throat. So the gang stalkers are again falsely reporting everything I post. And some of the posts were able to be restored last night, but they have some of them that are pending. So as I said, they falsely reported my TikTok posts for sexual services. Like, say for example, I can post a Bible scripture, about love thy neighbor, for example, and they will falsely report that for trades in goods or sexual services or something. I'm telling y'all that they're devil-worshipping Luciferian sex traffickers. So they're stopping me from getting any help, smear campaigning me even harder, and they got fake TI perps that are narcissistic and controlling, and they're trying to manipulate and test me, knowing that I'm at my lowest and need help. They're trying to donate me money and then use that for an excuse to exploit and abuse and control me. And then when I block them, they pretend like they're the victim. They start to get very, very controlling and exploitative and manipulative and abusive after they donate it. And then they show you their true demonic side. And I'm doing my due diligence with trying to look for jobs. There's some perps right there, and there's a female perp that she hurry up and turn. She's perping with the red phone and had her phone aimed at me. See? So she got her phone. The fact that I have my camera towards me, I can't. Yeah, she got her phone aimed at me, so I'm doing my due diligence, even though I'm blacklisted and they won't give you a job. They, targeted or not, they won't hire homeless. Oh, how do they know you're homeless? Well, but I'm going to tell y'all, the fake foster mom Adrian Felder had me blacklisted before I was workplace mob my senior year in high school, my first job. And I had been blacklisted from employment before I could even turn 18 and graduate from high school. And blacklisted and workplace mob from each and every job. I've been targeted since 1997. The abusive fake foster mom, Adrian Felder, put me in a gang stalking program. She had us in a cult. And she put me on Social Security and falsified records, lying and saying I'm schizophrenic when I'm not schizophrenic. And forced me to have to be a slave to Social Security and exercise all my adulthood. And she stole my Social Security back pay and my trust fund. So I'm sitting here forced to be enslaved to Social Security and SSI, even though I am disabled. And I always wanted to be independent. I have a bachelor's degree from University of New Orleans. I shouldn't have to be on the streets panhandling and begging for help. Last night I couldn't even really sleep at the airport. Well, every night that I'm there, it's because it's too cold. And they have perps that come near me and bothering and harassing me covertly. And then, like this morning, I didn't even get to fall asleep until like 6 o'clock or 6:30. And then it was a little bit after 7 o'clock when I woke up. And I had, I think they call it the dream manipulation nightmare. So I put in job applications on Indeed. I've been filling out those tests. They say I scored proficient. So despite being disabled, I have certain limitations. And as I said, like, I cannot do dishwashing and janitorial jobs because they squeeze my organs. They squeeze my organs when you know, so I can't even do those kinds of jobs. And I'm an author. I write short stories. The gang stalkers won't let me make a living. They think they got the authority to stop me from making a living. And with my writing, I'm an author. I write short stories. I have ebooks published. And they're trying to, you know, erase all of my social media existence. You know, and I know what they're doing is wrong. But other professed targeted individuals, they see perps bullying a fellow TI and they sit there and do nothing. They sit back and do nothing, or they join in on the bullying campaign because they don't like you. But even if it's, you know, and they got some people who falsely believe that everybody that claims to be targeted is a real TI. But then they got some people who can't discern the real from the fake. And then real TIs are brainwashed into hating other real TIs. And, you know, you hear the smear campaign that somebody's a fake TI when they be a real TI. And it be the fake TIs calling a real TI fake. And then get a whole flying monkey cult army to bully and devour and attack the real TI when you're isolated, stripped from everything, and suffering. You know. And the gang stalkers always say that other gang stalkers have every right to beat me and hurt me. But the perps, they antagonize, vex, and torture and torment me all day, every day, without a break. But where is my right to haul off and knock the shit out of one of these perps? But I'm not allowed to be violent. And I try to strive to not be violent. But y'all have seen that the gang stalkers have bullied, harassed, and threatened me. And they even made death threats at me. And they're allowed to make these threats. They're allowed to charge at me like a bull seeing red. And look, that man comes, and he comes smoke a cigarette, light up a cigarette. So they instruct people out in society to not help the targeted individual. These Freemason sex traffickers. I heard that they stopped the target from making a living or making money because when you get your own money, they can control you less. But when you have less money, that's more control that they got over you. So they trying to force you to starve and try to call you greedy for trying to ask for help to get one meal to eat. They want you to freeze out in bad, or they want you to be tormented out in bad weather. And then they'll tell everybody, don't give you a job. They'll tell everybody, don't help you. They'll gang stalk you out of your home. And even other so-called targeted individuals will victim blame, won't even be on your side, and they will victim blame and falsely lie and say that you wanted to be back homeless again. And that be the narcissistic control freak fake TI perps. So they falsely accuse you of wanting to be homeless, falsely accuse you of manipulating and scamming, when they're the narcissistic perps making these, and Freemasons and sex traffickers making these false rumors. And then the fake TIs, they join in with the sex traffickers with the bullying. And nobody wants to side with the target.